I'm Rick Hirsch. This is, I think this is my booktube page. This is my dog Suleiman. Uh, he's chewing on his foot right now. Suleiman, just, there, okay. Now, when you have as many followers as I do, you can't be complacent. And I got one request that to have my dog in my videos. I don't know if they meant all my videos or more of my videos or whatever, but I don't tend to have my dog in my video. And today I'm going to be actually talking about a novel that we just put out. Technically on Monday, though I picked it up last Thursday, and it's already sold 29, and with more than 12 promised. So it's a phenomenon for a small press to get that kind of support for a book. W.D. Clarke is a Canadian person, human male, it seems to me. And this is a book about real estate. Well, if it were, I don't know if it would be very interesting. But it is, kind of. The main characters, the first ones you meet, they live in a town about 90 miles from Toronto, and they don't live in the best neighborhood, and they don't have a really very good house, and they like to go on walks. It's Katie and Jason. They like to go on walks. They actually they've got a two-story house, and they have the downstairs neighbor, um, and she pays, I think, more than half the rent. And hijinks. Thank you. Oh, this is going to be good. A little cleaning. This cats do this. I don't see dogs do this very often. Well, anyway, they go for walks to one of the better streets, and just to look around. And the book opens with a very quickly they're on a walk on that street, and a woman who turns out to be the number two realtor in this town. Number two, you'll find out, is way below number one, but you don't know that right away, and I just spoiled it for you. But she's Joe, and she sees him out there, and she thinks, I can get them to buy my house. Now, why that all works is, there's not a lot of real estate talk in here. About how things work in real estate and why certain deals are certain, ways. One thing you will understand that is happening, of course, is that as the prices go up in Toronto, they also go up in places like this that might not be too far for a commute. Right, Suleiman? Yeah. I don't know if I'm supposed to involve him in the commentary, but this is probably as good as it's going to get. And so that's what's going on. Now, there are a couple things I didn't quite get, but I'm not sure if it was because I'm dumb about it, or or if I missed something, or whatever. But that's not the point of this book. It is a good book of social commentary, but it's just too damn funny for line by line and smart to be limited to something that I want to put in your mind as social commentary alone. But it does get at, one of the basics of the twisted society that we live in now. Wait. You got to stay here for the whole video. I'm sorry. Yeah, just stay here. Yeah, stay here. Yeah. Oh. You need sweet. Okay. It might look like torture if I make you stay too long. Okay, he's going. All right. Sorry. Well, maybe can you see him still? Now, let's get back to the book. Um, a little respect for Mr. Clarke, because this guy can write. Um, and I should have some. This is not the book I marked up, so this is one that's sold, and I have to send tomorrow morning. Um, I think this might be number 30. I don't know. We'll check on that in the morning. It's too late at night for that kind of crap. Um, but a good reviewer would have that ready and read some of the stuff that goes on here. And one thing that Clarke does that I don't know if it's never been done before or whatever, but his use of indentation to get into the minds of his characters is effective. Let me just say, uh, and and font also. The when you indent, you make the font a little smaller when you're inside their heads. But then thoughts inside heads go deeper than that too, and so you have to go indenting a little more and a little smaller fonts, and it's just a blast to go through what they're thinking while you're reading the book. I mean, they're not thinking about you. It's not that meta, but it is in I don't even know if that would be meta, but it's just a good. I think I mentioned somewhere else an interesting alternative to stream of consciousness, because I think you get basically the same effect. And anyway, you're following these two people, Katie and Jason, who want to move into another house. And one of the ironies is in the book is that they are not quite what Joe thinks they are. And another, I think, probably less ironic than plain um, attenuated tragic, is that Joe isn't who Joe thinks she is. Now, we know immediately when Manny, who works for Joe, enters the scene that he ain't what anybody thinks he is. Now, this guy's a flop, and bad things are going to happen. And so you got, he's your Manny character. Everybody's got a Manny somewhere in their life, if not in their book. And so it's not too surprising that, Manny doesn't quite. There's some pretty painful stuff in here if you've got a little empathy for the salesman. When Manny's trying to con these old folks with lots of money into buying certain properties, it's really painful to watch Manny, and you get the silence of these. It's an old Greek couple, and Joe is really counting on Manny to sell them, and Manny's failure. I won't tell you to what degree he failed, but Manny's failure is a painful thing to read about, because you're getting what's going on in Manny's head, and you know, and where you can see that there's just no hope. Manny's just working on, I can't let that. No, no, no. I'll try this, and and that provides the kinetic energy of the book, that internal aspect to it, and internal dialogue and monologue and so on, and the thoughts. And another thing is that occasionally that you get authorial footprints in here, where Clarke allows the brain of a very, very intelligent writer to enter in, but at the same time he's using really awful modern slang, the kind of things that make you cringe. I don't know if he says moving forward. He doesn't say that, but he uses things that people have been using in the last 10 years, just cliched slang. But he does it effectively, and it's not him doing it. So this is the thing about cliches and so on, is that if you know how to use cliches, it can be very, very funny and effective. And he does, and even makes them wonder sometimes. Wait, do we still say that, or can we say that? Stuff like that. You get inside the character's mind, and he does it very, very fluidly. He doesn't, you never get kind of, all right, halt. Novel's going into brain now. It just happens and it goes in and out, and very. I guess sinuous might be one word, but that makes it seem too geometric. Like when you watch a snake in grass, it's very, very geometric. This is just, it's a little bit more hyper than that. Um, Now, uh, there's a hefty payoff here. Um, there are a couple payoffs here. Um, in a book that has what I consider a very interesting take on plot. Um, there's a plot, and he follows through. But I didn't really care at first, except when I was on page 230 or something. I thought, oh shit, man, there's not much left to go, because the book is it's 425 pages, I think, but it's a pocket book. It's a small book, and look at this. I took it out. Wait, can you catch that? Maybe if I stand up, you can. Okay, see, the pocket of this jacket, it's fits right in there. It's right in there. Right. I took it out. I was wearing this jacket. I took it out to read somewhere once, and yeah. So I was on page. Oh, look who's back. He likes to dry hump me. Um, I I never let him do it when I'm naked. Are you having a good time? He's always happy after his walk. Now he wants to go to bed, but he's going to wait for me, or not. Anyway, he'll probably go to bed, and if I stay up long enough, he'll come back out. Because he's a shepherd. So where are you? Are we going to bed, or are we going to stay up? Then he'll stay up for a while, and look at that. Look at that panter. Yeah, here he comes. He's going to try to hump me again. Watch this. Right on my channel. Yeah, you could think twice about that, maybe, Buster. 12 and a half years old, acts like an adolescent to this day. So I was on page 200 and something, and I kind of thought, oh no, it's almost over. What's going to happen? And interestingly, it didn't end too quick, and it didn't end as quick as I thought it would. The prose slowed down a little bit strategically, and there's just I guess it's like a piece of chamber music. Maybe this is why you've got the Picasso weapon on there. I mean, musical weapon. Could that be a cella? I think it's a cella, and the second to last movement is really powerful. To me, it was, and then the final movement. It's a bit of a misdirection scherzando, I think, with a really fun. Those of you who think ahead in books and think, I bet this is going to happen. I bet that's going to happen. Um, you'll have some extra pleasure in this case, and I won't tell you more than that. The pleasure doesn't always come from being right. I love a book that surprises me. This surprised me throughout, and I do say that about a lot of books because I review books I like, and a lot of times I like a book in part because it surprises me. And this one, It doesn't do anything you think it's going to do. Um, I mean, you can make some guesses and all that, but yeah, second to last movement was not quite Shostakovich's Piano Trio Number 2, the fourth movement. Not like that dark, but it was not quite funereal either. Lento, maybe? I don't know. But the last one is definitely misdirective scherzando. She sang to them, she sang, by W. D. Clarke. I'm really, really happy. Oh, look, by the way, I love the mirror image back front. And it's not marred by blurbage at all. And I do have a book coming out soon that has blurbery, and but it's limited and it's stylishly done. It's presented in a stylish way, so it's not a big black boot of blurb. Um, yeah, I really loved this book, and I published it, so I was really glad I loved it. Um, didn't read it before I published it, as is often the case. So uh, we'll give this. I don't know. Let's go to a new system. We'll give this 9 planets.